Hello again, everyone, and welcome into our spring football camp report. Steve Baker, head coach Chuck Martin joins us in time winding down, Coach. A couple of practices remaining, including the spring preview on Saturday. How's it looking for your team right now?
Good. We've had an awesome spring. We got 2 days left, ending with the spring deal on Saturday, which we're excited about. Hopefully, everybody can come out. Should be an awesome day. A lot of guys making some giant strides. I'd say some young receivers the last week have really started to compete at the level they need to compete at to have a chance to be successful. And they're learning if they can get from point A to point B. Number 5 can get them the ball, So Brett's been awesome. Avion Smith has really come on this spring as one of our backup quarterbacks fighting to be the backup. And he's really made really fantastic strides, which again, got a lot of reps and has taken advantage of all those reps steadily. Progress for him for sure. Defensively, some names that have really Eli Blakey as one of our safeties has really taken advantage of his opportunities this spring. Tremendous growth, which you'd hope. He's just a freshman, but didn't get a lot of chances last fall. And now the spring got a ton of reps, and his ability to get better has been really good. Caden Woolard, the defensive end, really taking advantage of his opportunities. Dominic Nardone, Corbin Hondrew, some of our linebackers have really advanced their game. So a lot of guys have stepped up and headed in the right direction. And I wish we had another couple weeks, but we've really set ourselves up to have a really productive summer heading into fall camp.
Yeah. I want to talk about Brett a little bit here because, I mean, you always talk about, we've been talking about the young players getting better and that sort of stuff. Any player that you coach, you want to get from point A to point B over the course of 4 or 5 years. And Brett seems to be really putting in a lot of time, a lot of effort, trying to get better each and every down for you here in the spring.
Yeah, and again, obviously he was nicked up at the beginning of last year, so got off to a little slower start just because he wasn't playing. Then obviously as the year went on, he was clicking pretty darn good as the year goes on. This really a second full year of starting, and then Brett plays every play like it's the last play of the Super Bowl. Like no one on this team competes at as high, like it's every down. And we got a number of kids that way, but he does it as hard as anyone. And therefore he's smart, he's talented. He was young when he started and did great things, but we've talked a bunch about how high his ceiling is, and he just keeps getting better. But he's not, even you go from North Texas now, he's a much better player than he was at North Texas. And again, he doesn't waste a second in the weight room, a second in the film room, a second with Coach Kaler, a second in individual. And guys like him and Ertl and McWood and Jaywalk are guys that just set the bar every day for themselves, and in turn they set the bar for the whole team.
Yeah, and I'm glad you mentioned Jaywalk. We're going to talk to a couple of Carmel kids this week, Jalen Walker and also Caleb Schaefer, couldn't remember his last name, but we'll be talking with those two this week. And really, those are the kind of guys you love to have on your team, because you mentioned Jaywalk. Caleb's just as important on the offensive line.
Yeah, and again, like I said, Jaywalk's been there a long time. He's always been a professional, but again, his last spring here, he's taken his game to a whole different level. He is. Oh, I know, Jay. You got you. No, Jaywalk's a much better player than he was last year, and it's not even close. And it's in every facet of his game, from route running to catching to run after catch to blocking to knowledge to intensity. Everything he's doing is at such a high level, which again, that's a level he sets the bar for himself, but in turn, that's a level you set the bar for the younger skill guys on offense to follow. And then obviously Caleb's been around here a long time, and he's played some good football, but he was like Brett. He was really young when he started, so he's still in that growth stage of becoming the player that we know he can become.
All right, Coach, thank you so much.
Thanks, Mike.
Don't forget, Spring Showcase coming your way Saturday, 1 o'clock, right here in the Dowk Indoor Sports Center. Gates will open. The doors will open at 12 noon. The Kids Zone will be set up, a one-stop shop for tickets, parking, anything that you could want Miami football related will be here. I'll be here. DJ Steve will be here. Hopefully you will be here too. Again, 1 o'clock this Saturday right here at the Dowk Indoor Sports Center.